Hello friends, Iceberg with Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson, and today I'm going to take you through a walkthrough of this absolutely killer 2009 Harley Davidson XR 1200. I'd like to say thank you to Brent, who sent in a request for a video walkthrough on this motorcycle. As I've stated right now, obviously with the spread of COVID-19, we're trying to keep the numbers in the store to a minimum. So I have offered, if you send an email or write us through Facebook or comment on YouTube, that I will gladly do a full video walkthrough of the bike that you are requesting. So once again, thank you, Brent, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with the engine on this bad boy. You have the 1200cc air-cooled Evolution engine. This has that gray or silver, if you will, powder-coated engine on here. These engines are built for performance. You have the performance cams, you have the precision-cooled heads on here, and you do have the larger oil cooler on here, all attributing to the performance on this motorcycle. This motorcycle is meant to ride hard. Speaking of which, you are going to be pumping out 90 horsepower on this motorcycle with 74 foot-pounds of torque on here. So this thing gets up in boogies for sure, and they really have made this entire bike streamlined to really go fast and to be very, very agile in the corners. Speaking of riding this bike aggressively, Harley went to a lot of lengths on this motorcycle to really give you that cornering ability and to put the large smile on your face with the power on this bike. And one of the things is that even with the seating position on here, where the pegs have been put, a little bit set back so you have a nice stance and can really kind of streamline yourself across the motorcycle, also gives it a really nice high cornering rate as well. So you're really going to be able to dip into those corners on this bike, not scraping foot pegs, and really being able to distribute your weight the correct way when you're getting that nice lean angle on. Speaking of the seating position as well, you do have a 2-up, really nice Harley Davidson seat on this motorcycle. The seat height on this bike is going to be taller. This is going to come in at 29 inches on the seat height. So you do sit up on this motorcycle, but as I said, by being able to sit up, you kind of get a couple different standard seating positions on this motorcycle. You're going to be able to do kind of more of your upright seating position if you're just kind of cruising along, but you are also going to be able to get a nice, very leaned into the gas tank, holding on and really cranking that throttle out as well. So you do get a couple very nice seating and comfortable positions on this bike. Let's move up front on the XR 1200, where you have the 18-inch 3-starred aluminum cast rim on there. This is keeping everything very nice lightweight on the motorcycle. On the rear, you have the 17-inch 3-star aluminum cast rim. Once again, keeping weight really shaved down on this bike was something that Harley really wanted to do. And speaking of the lightweight, moving up from that, you have the inverted 43 millimeter front suspension. That's going to be a Showa suspension, so you're really gonna feel that nice ride when you are getting aggressive in the corners on this bike. And then on the back, you have the dual shock that you can set to your weight and exactly how you want to ride. Very easy to change these shocks to your riding style, and extreme comfort and performance handling all day on this motorcycle. Let's move to the exhaust on here, where you have that upswept dual exhaust, and this is going to come in that very nice satin chrome finish. Really kind of setting the lines on the motorcycle, giving it a very nice look, and really playing off that powder-coated gray silver engine as well. For stock exhaust, they sound really nice, and I am going to take the opportunity right now to go ahead and fire this bike up for you. As you can hear, that has a very nice note to it. No, it's not super loud. It's not going to sound like Vance and Hines or Screaming Eagle exhaust. But I can tell you, when you have it nice and pinned and you're running some of those higher RPMs, this exhaust sounds incredible when you're really getting after it. Moving up and above the handlebars where you have the dual tack and speedo setup in here. This is a nice looking setup. You have that nice white faced tachometer on there that's going to display your miles as well. And then off to the side you also have a digital speedo which also has a clock in it as well. The bars have just that classic nice kind of drag style setup to them. They have a little bit of a rise in them, maybe about a 2-inch rise coming up off them. So if you are a little taller sitting on this motorcycle, it still is going to be very comfortable for you. And once again, all put together for performance. 100% performance is what this machine is about. And so sitting on this motorcycle, you really feel like you're in command, where your arm's exactly where you want to be, whether you're sitting up in the standard position or if you're leaned over the tank really getting after it. Full performance control on this motorcycle. Let's move to the gas tank on this bike, where you're going to have the 3.5 gallon gas tank. So you're going to get a ton of riding time on this motorcycle before worrying about fueling up. And then you have that iconic Harley Davidson logo all across the gas tank with the XR 1200 on there as well. These bikes are definitely throwback to the old AMF flat track dirt style Harleys that were back in those days. Bikes like Evil Knievel Road. This is the inspiration for this motorcycle, and I think Harley absolutely nailed it. This is one of my favorites out of the Sportster lineups for sure. Power, performance, great styling. This is just the complete package on the XR 1200. Let's quickly talk about just a few of the add-ons that have been put onto this motorcycle. First, starting up front, where you have the nice but small Harley Davidson windscreen on there. This is going to push some air up and over your head while you're riding. Not going to do so much necessarily for your chest or for your arms. It's not meant to be a large fairing, just a nice little windscreen, keep a couple bugs off you and push that air up and over. And then on the rear, you have the Harley Davidson luggage rack on here as well. So you are able to bungee cord a few things if you so desire. It also can be kind of your hold on tight if you have a passenger, because we're about to get after it. These are great for that as well, for your passenger to just kind of lock onto and enjoy the ride. As this motorcycle sits on our floor, it has 15,870 miles. This bike has an incredible service history, which we are able to bring up so you can take a full look. This bike has been immaculately taken care of. And once again, this was a video for an interested customer, so I hope that this walkthrough has kind of answered some of those questions for you. And for anyone else interested in this motorcycle, please go ahead, feel free to check it out online. Give us a call, set up an appointment for a test ride. Once again, we're trying to keep the numbers in our store to a minimum right now during these times that we live in. Sad but true, but we all have to do our part. So I definitely would like to thank Brett very much for putting in a request to do a video walkthrough on this. And as I said in the beginning of the video, I am happy to do it. If there's a bike on our website that you would like a full walkthrough on, please message us. I will get it done for you to the best of my ability. And as always, from the entire Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson family, thank you so much for checking out our videos. And always remember, gear up, ride safe. Thanks a lot.